Phenomenal.
Big pimpin', baby. That's right. Big pimpin', spinning cheese.
Hello.
G. You can get it walking. You can get it talking. You can get it working a plow. Matter of fact, I got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you? Crack pack. You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
I am a maverick. I am a savage. I am a legend. I am a madman. You never know what I'm going to do next. I am a mad lad.
Welcome, all you crazy mad lads, bogans, and big pimpin' spending cheese out there. I hope Mel is happy that I've included her twice now in the intro. I hope you guys like it as well. I just want to promote proper lawn care, and I think you will all appreciate that. Are you all doing well tonight on this night of nights? What is it? Saturday night. Settling in. We're now prime time. This is prime time Comicsgate. We've upgraded. We've the numbers are in. The viewership is up. They've brought us forward to prime time. So I hope I can live up to the standard. Mo says Mrs. B equals more viewers. That's what I'm thinking. Every time it's her birthday. Actually, Camel and Rob are pointing that. They're like, how come there's a birthday every month in your family and there's only four people in your family? It's like, I don't know. It seems to rile up the crowd. So it is what it is. Mo says, yep, that's how prime time works. How are you all going tonight? I have a spread of interesting topics we can go through today, as well as a couple of cool books. One of them, I think, I don't know if you've seen yet. I haven't really been seeing it out there promoting too much, but yeah, you guys let me know how we're looking at. Before we start, though, look at this guy flaunting the rules, Llama Gigante. He says not only does he dance the dance of the first, he shakes his mighty rump at us. It's this brazen. You know the rules.
I may be down, but I'm not out. Tom Brady's never out. You broke the rules. You have broke the rules. You breaking the rules. You broke the rules. You broke the rules. How you found out I broke the rules? Yeah.
Every day, it's a new struggle with this man to get him just to step into line. He says Llamaphobia hurts us all, Michael. Well, it was this man right here, Butterbear, who snagged the reel first. So let me nudge this over here, and there he is. Look, nice and cute, looking down on us all. Yeah, AG's right. He needs to learn the rules. Although Colin says Llama does not require the rules. Well, we'll be the judge of that. I'll also say hello to Mo Biggs. He's talking about Rumble. Oh yeah, Rumble apparently now you need to put in phone numbers and stuff to chat there, which is really disappointing. But we are simulcast on Rumble as always. We've got 7 people watching over there. Hail of Vilned and Luca. I see you guys over there in the Rumble rant section. We've also got, let me scroll down here. Cisco Beast says, sup everyone. I see a cool Cyberfrog avatar there. Hello, Cisco Beast. Welcome to the chat. Hope you enjoy the show. We do this. I do this a lot these days. Like 4 nights a week now. Back at it. Jim Cox is here. Who else? Crom's here. AGE Comics. Spreadsky the Great. I see American Comics. I see Sark. Felix Huss. The Link Master. I'm going to say hello to Jaro. I'm going to say hello to Enrique. David G's. Hailing People. And Rand Nada. And Cullen says, say it with me, everyone. Late and gay. Am I right? It is what it is. I'm busy. You know what I've been doing? I've been working on my new cover for Waking Dream, for my new homemade crowdfund that I'm going to be running ASAP as soon as I can figure out how to do it. Maromi sent a bogan chat. He says, ahoy, everyone. Ahoy, Maromi. All right. I apologize to everyone who I can't say hello to, but there's so many of you in here now. There's 78 people already, but I will say hello to Dean. I will say hello to Jonas, and I'll say hello to Mahajino. How about that? Oh, and that was close. Sumo. I always see Sumo. Oh, and Chuck Reardon's here. He's the one who won the first rigged competition giveaway thing. He grabbed and I knew, why wouldn't you? He grabbed the foil. These are the rare ones. These are the exclusive ones. Malin actually said it last night. He said those foil cards, they're exclusive, and he snagged one. And yesterday it was I know his name now. I know his real name, but I'm not going to dox him. Oh God, I'm blanking. You know who won. It's right there on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. But he took the black and white card. So I'll do more of them in the future when I've got more. I've got to find more stuff to give away. And Engineer Wrecker, thank you, Mel. Yes. Oh God, just Mahaj, no, I'm not telling you his real name. His real name was Mr. Incognito. That's what it was. Chuck Reardon, homemade crowdfund as bogan as it gets. Yeah, the bogan crowdfund. Oh my God, that's it. We found the name. Thank you, chat. All right. What have I got here? What have I got? I've got things to share. I've got things to show off. This one is making the rounds, and I've got things to say, and I want to hear your guys' opinions on it. Without a guest on the show, I'm able to gauge your guys' responses a bit closer. GK1 says the real winner is if you accept Jeebus into your life. Well, you know, each their own. Each their own. Did you guys hear of this movie? It's called Strange World. I think it's called Strange World. Strange Worlds. I don't know. And I'm asking you that question because that's what ties into what is happening here. Disney's first film with openly LGBTQ lead bombs at the box office, and fans have a lot of thoughts. Bombs is not the word for what happened here with this. If we scroll down here, it says, where is it? Right here. It came to cinemas on 2nd of November. And after suffering disappointing previews, grossing 800,000, it only gained 4.2 million by Wednesday. A poor result for the $180 million film. These words: disappointing, poor, bombing. This does not even scratch the surface on what these numbers say. I mean, this is an absolute shellacking of unheard of proportions. I think it's the lowest rated or lowest grossing Disney movie in history. In history, Mo says it got a very respectable 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb. Fear Lantern says Chris Gore reviewed it on his channel and said every piece of it is woke, essentially. 180 million. Where did it go? Asked Mahajino. Well, I can, but like it looks good. You know, the quality of the art, I suppose you would classify it as. I mean, it all looks really high quality animation and stuff. So I can imagine, yeah. And if they have to pay actors, you know, they always want to go with big time actors these days. To voice them, I can see where they could spend a lot of money. They just really need it to be somewhat popular. Pedro Ang says that's not a bomb. This is extinction level asteroid crashing down to Earth. Bye-bye dinosaur event. Thank you, Pedro. Those are the exact words I was looking for. Mo asks, is this the work of Disney or Danny? Yeah, right. Enrique, SJW is always trying to make diversity characters instead of good characters that happen to be diverse. They would have made Blade gay and Ripley trans and Sarah Connor a furry. J-Pot says that character's got a crazy eye. Yeah, so here's the funny thing about this, okay? So, and it's all there. I feel like I'm Hannibal Lecter talking to Clarice saying, everything you need to understand what happened here is right here in this article, but they can't see it because they're in a cult and they're blinded and they can't see out of what they're allowed to see, out of their scope. Jaro says 176 million in the hole is a bit more than disappointing. I mean, really, heads you would hope would have to roll. But yeah, as we scroll down, we see what's really going on here. So here's people who loved it. These look like people who are the target audience. I'm sure they're all gender non-conforming, queer. Isn't it funny how we can say queer again? Like that was a no-no word for a long time, but now it's like they wear that as a badge of honor. Like, yeah, I'm queer. So you can say that now. But interestingly enough, it doesn't mean gay anymore. It means you're not the norm. Here we go. Geronimo has a part of it. Here's a piece of the puzzle. I won't take my son to see something that will confuse him. That is one piece of the puzzle. You got it right there, Geronimo. Okay, so these people liked it. Now, how many of those people are what percentage of them are the broader demographic of people who would otherwise go see a Disney cartoon? That's another part of the puzzle. Mo says it's the new affirmative action adventure genre. It wasn't made for you, Bancroft. I know. Well, it clearly wasn't. It clearly wasn't. Butterbear. Here's another piece of the puzzle. They did no advertising. They didn't want people making fun of it. Now they say it bonds because we don't care about LGBTQIAs and Silent Plus. Give it up on Disney. This is where you will get into it. Okay, so if you scroll down now, you start to see, okay, now they've noticed what's gone wrong here. This movie came out today, and Disney's first film with a lead character being LGBTQ and it actually being part of the movie's plot. There's been barely any advertising until the last week. And there you go. This is a Disney film. Even if you're not into Disney, you should hear about it. The marketing campaign should be massive, right? So the question then begs, like the only time I heard about it was after I realized it's this big gay thing and it's flopped. And, it's everyone's making videos on it all of a sudden. So what's going on there? Well, also look at the reviews from the general public, not just from people who have flowers and love hearts in their Twitter bios, but just the general public. Mo said it earlier. It's got like a 5 on IMDb. It's getting raked across the coals. That's what you say, isn't it? It's not good. It's not looking good. We heard it from the thing. Someone said, yeah, reviewed it. It's just all woke. All right. Again, another one here. The thing that sucks about Strange World underperforming is that the usual chuds are going to blame it solely on being woke instead of its horrible marketing campaign. No. First of all, I'm not a chud. I didn't know what that means. Second of all, it's both those things together. You understand? You're trying to see this in black and white. It's not. It's two things together. Calling it now, Strange World vastly underperforms and the blame falls on queer representation, not the near total lack of marketing. Disney didn't even try and help this one. More tweets about, it's woke, they didn't market it, blah, 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 blah. Why didn't Disney market it? Why? Says, Bancroft suffers from internalized chuddery. I've got to find out what this chuddery is. Yeah, Paulus Arts has it. No, you misspelled Chad. No. So why would they spend $180 million on a movie and then not tell anyone about it? Think about it, SJWs. Think about it. It's because when it's finished or close to being finished, they show it to people, to small audiences. You know, they get a selection of people, and they did that. And when they did that, they realized how crap it was. It's trash. And they're like, okay, do we now spend another $180 million? Because that's usually about what it is. It's, you know, production, and then marketing is about the same as production. On marketing, on getting this out there, and so that everyone knows that it's happening. And then we could lose potentially not 180 million, not $300 million on this thing. No, they decided to just, like Zaslav did, yank the chain, pull the band-aid off, and here's where it is. It does what it does. And as it was said earlier with Geronimo, that's exactly right. Disney was the company that, with the what was it? You guys in the chat, let me know. You know that bill in Florida, the parents' bill that they called the "Don't Say Gay" bill, and I think Disney came out and, you know, took a big stance for the for whatever that bill was. No, I can't remember exactly how it went down, but Disney, they're not in a, they don't have a positive feeling right now among parents. Okay, that's the point I'm going to be making here. The anti-grooming bill, says Paulus Arts. Yeah, so Disney sided with, and I don't know if I can actually say that on YouTube and keep my channel, but essentially, yeah. So Disney was against the bill, the parents' rights bill. Okay. And then they joined in with the crowd who call it the "Don't Say Gay" bill and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So already, parents, and I'm one of them, we don't trust you, Disney. We don't trust you to make a show with a gay character in it and not make it weird, woke trash, right? And it's not as if we're like, oh, we don't want to show any gay at all to our kids. My daughter loves Modern Family, loves them, and I think that was pretty much the first big introduction to some, you know, gay characters with Mitch and Cam, and yeah, and we're completely fine showing her that. It's not that we just want to hide homosexuality, you know, 100% from children. It's that we don't trust you with how you're going to represent this, and by all accounts, it is exactly what you would expect from Disney in current year. And that's why parents are not going to want to send their kids to see this or watch it or anything. So all you're left with is these Twitter weirdos who have flowers and rainbows and their pronouns in their bios to watch it. Mo says Bancroft prefers to introduce gayness to his kids through his personality. Exactly right. I got to catch up on some super chats here. What do we got here? Sorry. H is for Heretic. John Carter is a film Disney didn't promote. Oh, there you go. Does that one was also bad, I believe. People didn't like it. H for Heretic. Thank for the super chat there. Dojo Kun. This is just Disney chasing the ESG dollars. Yeah, probably. Thank you for the super chat. And also, my goodness, holy cow, stop the presses. Where is it? Don't let me lose it. Crom has gifted 10 memberships. Holy cow, Crom. That is massive. That really, really ain't cheap.
You little ripper!
Thanks,
lads. And thank you to everyone. Oh, look at that. Everyone there who's become a member there, you can thank Crom there. That is incredibly generous of you, Crom. Thank you so much. Bogan chat from Chuck Reardon says the writers and crew made their money, so they could care less how much it lost, as long as they got the propaganda and they can't be fired. There you go. That's from Chuck Reardon. This is what's happening. This is where it's at. So I guess now we all just sort of sit back and laugh and say, we told you so. Make a good movie. How about that? Not this movie. This is Brianna Wu talking about it. If you thought conservatives freaked out over Lightyear, they're going to shit the bed over Strange World, which is great. If Brianna Wu is out there saying the movie is great, I mean, you couldn't ask for worse promotion, could you? You couldn't ask for a worse endorsement. The main protagonist is gay. Older people don't find it remarkable. There's biracial marriage. Aren't the SJWs against biracial coupling now? They're more leaning towards segregation. I think that's the direction. I think if not now, within 5 years, people will look back at this tweet and say, no, we don't want to water down our pure melanated skin. I think that's going to happen. Anyway, almost no one is white. Yay. Can you imagine? No wonder these people are getting banned on other platforms. And it's a climate change metaphor. Even the dog is disabled. Yay, disabled dogs. Yeah, that's how this is it. This is what, and this is the win. This is a win to them. And they're like, oh, they're gonna really shit the bed over this. No one's gonna watch it. We are gonna laugh at it though. We're gonna monetize it, and we're gonna say we were right again and again and again. Here's another tweet. This is a tweet that Von sent out. I mean, I think I'm blocked by Brianna, but Von is always an amazing tweeter out there. Make sure you're following Von Klaus. What's his @ here? @Rise Again. This was a great one. This ties into it brilliantly here. Travis Parrick says John Carter was a great movie. Check it out. I will. I heard it was bad, so I haven't really looked into it, and I never read the books or anything, so I didn't really know much about it. But I'll check it out. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Mo Big says, read my all caps comic. All right, one sec. Let me scroll back up here. Evolution. Wu mentions nothing about the plot. Exactly, because the plot doesn't matter. The plot doesn't matter. Mo says they're against biracial couples if the man is white. Okay, Mo says even the dog is disabled. They blatantly ripped off Bancroft's life story. I know. I should sue them over Georgie, the racist rescue dog. Who's going to make that movie? Disney? Call me. Dean says if you never read the book, the movie's pretty good. Compared to the books, though, it's nothing. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. That's why I enjoy so much stuff that other people hate, I think, because I'm not that invested in the books. Anyway, this cartoon is so good. This is one of these cartoons that's so good. I wonder why no one had thought of it already. So you got the black guy shooting a white guy. That's racist. Why is the black guy the villain? You got the white guy shooting the black guy. That's racist. Why does the black guy have to get shot? Black guy shooting a black guy. That's racist. Why is the only people killing each other black? And then white guy shooting a white guy. That's racist. Why are there no black people in this movie? You can't win. You can't win. And I think this is what Von said. If the whole point is you can never win, why even play in the first place? And that's it. That's what's happening with this whole situation. And there's no way out. It doesn't matter. The only acceptable scenario for these people is that regardless of whether or not this film is terrible or awesome, that it's the biggest, best, amazingest film of all, and you go out there and watch it. There is no other scenario that's acceptable to them, and they will not address the fact that it's, by all accounts, a terrible movie, and that Disney didn't want to sink hundreds of millions of dollars into marketing a terrible movie that no one's going to watch anyway. And that's where we're at. Evolution. Michael, will do what the woman with the black pyramids did. Accuse them. They stole your story, so your comics gain popularity. It's the way to do it. I still haven't downloaded her comic though, because everyone has told me it's full of shit. It's not a ripoff. I did finish 1899. I have thoughts on that. But yeah, I don't know. It sounds like it's a complete big nothing burger. But still, I don't know. I haven't been making very many videos lately because I just don't have time. No time for it all. All right. Have you guys seen this? This is the Valiant Heroes by RJ of the fourth. Oh, it's the Fourth Age, yeah. It's been a while since I've watched his channel. It's the Fourth Age. I'm pretty sure that's his channel. It's actually a pretty big channel. But he's a great guy. I've had him on a bunch of times. His previous book was Thomas Valiant. And this is a new one. And I haven't been hearing much about it. I haven't been hearing many people talking about it. So yeah, the Valiant Heroes. I mean, I think what it is, it's 82 pages. And it's a sort of anthology of a bunch of... Oh, hello there. Hello. Who are you, mate? Done by Cardinal Pinup. It's an anthology of a bunch of the different heroes that he's got from his Thomas Valiant series. I didn't see the calculator guy in here, though, unbelievably, which is a shame. But this guy looks pretty cool. Like he does some magic. And this is like Lady Wolverine here. There's some really good art on here. A lot of it's unfinished as of yet, but there's some top talent attached to this book. If I scroll down here, this guy looks like a cross between Wolverine and the Owl from Watchmen. But anyway, yeah, RJ is a great guy. He's fulfilled. You can trust him. He's a very clever guy. He makes me feel dumb whenever I talk to him. But yeah, really cool art on this. Keep scrolling down. Look at this stuff. This is freaking great. I love this stuff. This is right up my alley. Look at that. But yeah, I haven't seen many people showing this off. So I just thought I would let you guys know that it's out there. It's available. It's called The Valiant Heroes. And I'll put the link in the description. In the chat there, sorry, for you. And also, just before I move on, I want to show you this. Apparently, Billy and Deborah have launched a second Indiegogo thing. Apparently it's an exclusive. One final chance to get She limited, very rare exclusives from creator Billy Tucci. So I'm not exactly sure what this is. It's pure line art. So these are pencil editions on the covers. But I think it's the same as the previous campaign, but you can get these new pencil covers, metal covers as well. Oh wow! All right, there you go. Go Billy. Billy knows how to get it done. And lastly, because it's a flash sale, it's like a 4 days only. Camel is selling. I think what is it? Cyber Monday. Up until Cyber Monday, he's selling the Boots and Heels lava foil variant of his X-Thems book for $25. So I think that's exclusive, and that will come down Monday night. I think we probably do a stream. I'm sure about it, but check that out. Boots and Heels. Now onto something that I gotta take a sip for this. You know, in the past, Corey Barton and I have had a bit of a run-in together over colors and such. A little bit of a butting heads a bit. But the truth of the matter is, I actually have to rate Corey Barton as one of the best. Oh, Felix Huss back the lava foil cover. Hail Felix, thank you. One of the best line artists working in CG. And, if he keeps going at the trajectory that he's going, he could wind up being one of the best in the business. Joe Ball just shared something of his, and hold on to your butts. This is friggin' insane. Check this out. This is an insane piece from Corey for Death, Death, Death. Don't miss out on this awesome art color version coming soon. Just look at this thing. I mean, I don't know what it is. I just know that it's friggin' rad. It's like Corey was made to draw stuff like this. His backgrounds as well. As a background guy, I'm just like, I've got to tip my hat to Corey Barton. As hard as that is. Awesome one said his butt was held. Did it blast off? This is some good shit. This is really good. Death, Death, Death says Zadia. I don't know what this is going to be. A pinup, a poster. I don't know, but I think this is I think this might be the best piece of art I've seen Corey do ever. And that's saying something because he's done some really cracking pieces. I'm not really, believe it or not, I'm not actually really into the huge boobies and puffy nipples and massive butts comics. But I know a lot of you are, and I can appreciate the craftsmanship. And I did love that panel. I loved it where all the bullets are bouncing off her boobs. I think that's inspired. I thought that was amazing. But this is just next level. Freaking amazing. Great stuff from Corey Barton. I don't know why it only has, I gotta retweet this actually. I don't know why it only has 22 likes. There we go. Maybe that'll get it some more. Yeah, top stuff. No massive butts, traitor. Like, I know a lot of you are. Yeah, that's a massive bot. Exactly. I'm more into the bots than the butts. But that's just me. That's just me. Chuck says, Bancroft knows Mel is watching. No, Mel knows what I like. Mel knows what I like. All right, moving on. I watched a video earlier from your boy Zach. It was so good. It actually reminded me of like classic years going back to 2018. Talking, your boy Zach stuff, talking about the industry and everything. And he used this tweet, which is a tweet by Rainey, as the thumbnail for his video. And essentially it's got, so you've got the girl here. And this is the 70s, 80s, 90s. Gross. This is for nerds and virgins. Gross, nerds and virgins. This will never be popular. And then all of a sudden, 2010s. What the hell? These things are popular now. They should be all female. Gross incel nerds. Get away from my properties. The future is female. And yeah, your boy Zach's video on this, it was just from start to finish. It was like me growing up. And I didn't even think I was that nerdy. But I was into comics. I was into Star Wars. I wasn't into like tabletop games or anything like that. But I can remember many, many occasions where, yeah, you mention to a girl that you're into comics, and then it's just like they just go buck wild on you, crazy. Like they want to bully you. Anyone who says chicks don't bully hasn't spent any time with chicks. They want to tear you down, and that's what he says. Like, he would just get like these cruel chicks going after him just because they found out that he's drawing a comic or whatever, between class. And he told a story about how a jock came up and he was like, oh, what's going to happen here? And but the guy was like, oh, I know that character, my cousin reads Wolverine, all that sort of stuff. So I thought it was just a great, we all know about the fake geek girls, and it's not saying that that there were never any girls who were into this stuff. There were always a real small minority, but it's more that, in today's world where it's super popular and everyone loves it and all the movies and and we're taking over, the future is female. You got to wonder, like the women who actually make this stuff and draw it, like they've like Rainey, for example. What did she say about it? What did she say? Nobody gatekept me from my nerdery. I was bullied right alongside the weeby guys by the popular girls. Those bitches were always the problem. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Someone like Rainey who had to, develop her craft, she had to have been doing it for a long time. So, she was into it before it was popular. I'm not saying they didn't exist, but I wonder, like, why can't the kind of, especially the ones that work in the mainstream, why can't they recognize that this whole swathe of other fake geek girls are exactly that? They're just fake geek girls. And I think the great point that your boy Zach brought up was they haven't changed at all. They're still mean, cruel girls who just want to bully guys. Now, back in these days, in the olden times, back in the 90s, they would bully them for being nerds. Now they bully them for being incel man babies who are upset that they're changing their nerdy stuff. It's the same bullying. It's the same BS that they're doing. Sumo Thori for 10. Thank goodness you outgrew your nerdy phase and moved into your blouse wearing rollerblading phase. Funny you should bring that up, Sumo. I wasn't going to tell this anecdote, but because you brought it up, I think I will. Yeah, when I was into rollerblading, it was right on the cusp of becoming big, and then I was into it, and it became really big. This is like early to mid 90s, and yeah, just like anything that gets really big, that you get these hanger-ons down at the skate park. These kids who are just there because it's cool, and they want to be seen with the other cool kids. And I remember, I was struggling. I wasn't very good at it, and they would like make fun of you and laugh at you because you weren't very good at it. And but they would just, and it reminds me of these girls here because when rollerblading became not popular, they all obviously left. Just like if this stuff, which it looks like it might be on the way to, starts becoming less and less popular, all these fake geek girls are going to drop it like it's nothing else. So yeah, rollerblading was cool. I don't know how that anecdote really fit in, but that's why I wasn't going to say it. But anyway, Mobig says wrong. The popular geek girls were correct to bully weebs. Weebery must be weeded out. Oh, right. Yeah, right. Of course. I didn't. That is true. I didn't even pick up on that, Mo. You're right. The weeby guys. There's a difference between being nerdy or a geek and being a weeb. Sark says terrible anecdote. Hey. We all have our moments. I don't know. I've got some weebs in. Look, Dean's in here. He says Weebgate lives. And Mo is saying, damn it, Sumo, you had to bring it up. He didn't know I had an anecdote locked and loaded. How could he have known? Thank you for the super chat, though, nonetheless. Now, this leads me into this here, which I know a lot of people have talked about this, but it's a good segue into the next article that I have pulled up. And this was from last month. She-Hulk creators admit the MCU show was just trolling the fans. And if I scroll down here, this is the woman, I guess she's the writer of the show, Jessica Gao. We were able to predict what the reaction was going to be, what a lot of the trolling comments were going to be. Really shows how very tired and unoriginal these trolls are. That's not how it works. That's like, oh, I got this big pile of shit. I'm going to dump it on their heads. I'm able to predict that they're not going to like having shit dumped on their head. And then, oh, how unoriginal. They come up and say, hey, we don't want this shit dumped on our heads. That's not how it works. She says, that really tickled me because the little troll that lives inside of me really loves trolling the trolls. How'd that turn out for you, Jessica Gao? I got a super chat here. Hold on a sec. Hold up. Orbital Hub for 5. Thank you so much. Now is the time to go on the offensive in the culture world. We have momentum now. The era is ripe for new classics. An Iliad of our age. Art power. An Iliad of our age. Can I take that quote for the back cover of the Lucent? Is that why you're tweeting me, you're super chatting me that, Orbital Hub? I mean, that's the only way I can interpret that. That's fantastic. The Iliad of our age. Which one will it be? What are you guys saying here? I see. The good old classic. Oh, I was just pretending to be retarded. Man, this is so funny. And see, this would have been a massive win for them if She-Hulk was popular. But as you scroll down here, I think they show it. Look at Von. Von is like a tweeting superstar. If you look here, 35% audience score from these are all the Disney Plus audience score things. So I guess the argument here is, hang on, let me scroll up a bit. The argument here is, well, if you were just getting review bombed, why aren't they review bombing Miss Marvel or What If or Loki or Hawkeye or WandaVision or Moon Knight or Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Why are they only review bombing She-Hulk? And it can't be as if because you're a woman, because Miss Marvel's a woman. There were female episodes of What If, WandaVision, Hawkeye. I mean, that was pretty much about what's her face. So yeah, and it can't be because you're a minority. Miss Marvel. What else? I mean, there's obviously Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So what's going on here? Yeah. Oh, I think that's the point they're making there. I think she has another quote here. Oh, I thought there was talking about the toxic fanboys. Maybe it's up here. Here it is. Oh, this is the lead actress. I sort of anticipated. It's why I also feel it's important. There's so much entitlement to space held by certain people to even exist as She-Hulk is like a FU, and I love that. Well, they certainly gave you a big FU. The creators say She-Hulk was aimed at toxic fanboys who love Marvel Comics and the movies. I mean, it's a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy. What have I done now? Felix says, I stand with Mo. Have I been neglecting? I'm sorry. I've been trying to read this article here. Did I miss something? Stop kink shaming Bancroft. What have I done now? Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Thank you, everyone, for watching. There's 160 people in the chat tonight. If you could please give it a like, share the stream out. That will be very much appreciated. Rogue's Backstory says, She-Hulk pissed off normie women too. I know, right? And it just... I don't know, they'll never get it. They'll never get it. It didn't... I think what they don't understand is that most women are married or, girlfriends in heterosexual relationships, and they don't like this stuff either. And that's the whole point of it, because they don't think of women like that. They think of women as single or lesbian or whatever, who have some sort of hate boner, some sort of female hate boner for men. Let's make Sex in the City with all men, says Rumble Roo Comics. Let's not. All right, so moving on. She marked the death of the She-Hulk marked the death of the MCU, says Well Read. I mean, I didn't even bother. Actually, let me look here. I didn't watch this. I didn't watch this. I liked this. This was Hawkeye. Meh. It was meh. WandaVision started okay. It went meh. Moon Knight was bizarre. Didn't watch this and didn't watch this. Yeah. Most of the time, I'm just completely apathetic. Couldn't care less. So Mo says, if you got rid of Sheila, Camel Knights would be Sex and the City with all men. Kind of would be, actually, if you point it out like that. Okay, so this was a month ago. This was them gloating about how we were trolling the fans, and we trolled the trolls. We stuck it to those toxic fanboys. Didn't work out for them terribly well. And now we learned, this is actually new. So this was from a couple of days ago. I know a bunch of people have talked about this. Marvel Studios producer considers it a red flag if prospective writers are fans of original comics, prefers to hire someone who's out of the culture. Well, color me shocked. Are you all surprised? I know I am. I can't believe it. Look at this sad face. Apparently, he's saying he wants to, if he's going to do Thor again, he wants to do a different kind of Thor movie. Yeah, no shit. We tried to watch the new one, Love and Thunder. I couldn't get through 15 minutes. He rode off on the friggin' Mjolnir like he was a witch straddling a broomstick. And I was like, I think I checked out. I'm like, no, that's it. Improby says Endgame was the conclusion to the MCU. I always say this stuff. It's like they get these money spinners and they just have to try and keep it going. Gone is the idea that, and this is the thing that they do in manga and anime, that they make something and it ends and it's there and that's it. You don't continue with it. You don't stretch it out and water it out. What did Bilbo say in Lord of the Rings? Is like he's being spread out like too much, like not enough butter on too much bread. And that's what you end up with. They're just nothing now. Absolutely nothing. And yeah, no, and this is just a perfect example. So I mean, you can guess what it is. I wouldn't have to read through the whole article, but he says it here somewhere. Okay, speaking with host, blah blah blah, working for Disney, blah blah blah. Moore was eventually asked if there was some kind of Marvel boot camp or something that you do with these filmmakers to ingratiate them to this world and knowing all the things that they need to know. And the producer says, not really. Yeah, this is it. Why are these characters popular in the first place? Because of the comics. That's their known things. The Marvel characters are popular because of the history and the stories and everything in them. Yeah, okay. Why make an adaptation like Namor? Why do this if you're not going to take advantage of the fan base? It doesn't make any sense. Just make a new character. If you're going to make a new character, just make a new character. What difference does it make? Why piss off fans and turn people away and make some weird new character? Why not just make some new character from the beginning? Why do adaptations? None of this makes sense. No one's driving this thing that knows has any idea what they're doing here. Noting that some Marvel writers grew up reading and collecting comics. Moore told whatever. One thing I think is interesting, and specifically for writers, I would say, is a lot of times we've pitched writers who love Marvel. And to me, that's always a red flag. Well, at least they're saying it out loud. At least they're not hiding it. I mean, okay. Warlock says, no story, just empty concept. Mo says, it's also a red flag if you can get through the entire script without falling asleep. That's usually what it is. Oh, we got Sheila in the house as well. Hey, Sheila, how you going? Grant V. Crosby says, for me, Infinity War was the last one. Should have been able to stop the snap without adding an extra movie or resorting to time travel. That's a good point, actually. Paulus Art says, without respect, we reject. Sulcurry alt people, we want to troll. To troll, don't like it. We mean to do that. Clap. I don't want, as he continue on the article, I don't want you to already have a pre-existing idea of what it is because you grew up with the comics and that's what you want to recreate. Then why make an adaptation in the first place? It doesn't make sense. I want someone who's going to go hard on the material, who can go, what is this? I think there's a movie here, but maybe we should be looking at it in this way. It goes all the way down to the costumes. You know, they're like the cosplayers oftentimes make better costumes than the friggin' things. Well, here's Taskmaster right there. Perfect case in point. Do they say any more? Offering up an example of what he was looking for in prospective writers who we were looking for, who weren't comic guys coming up, but were like, wait, Captain America? That seems a bit weird. What if we kind of looked at it in this way? And they weren't married to anything that was sacrosanct, recalled the producer. I think it's important to be able to go, look, the source material is great. I love it. Comics work great in the medium they were built in, but that's not a direct one-to-one translation of the best version of the movie. No one's saying that. Anyone who knows anything understands you can't just pick a comic up and put it into a movie, although they certainly tried it with The Watchmen. I think they were pretty successful, actually. But it's not going to work for every single thing. I think we understand that. But to actually say it's a red flag for if someone actually loves and respects the source material, these guys are just, I mean, it's no wonder. This is the direct, there's no wonder. This whole ship is sinking. The tone of Ragnarok is all Taika, is that how you say it? Because he wasn't married to Thor on the page. Yeah, but look where it ended up. It ended up with Love and Thunder, which is unwatchable. Unwatchable. And apparently Black Panther is not much better, from what I've heard. GK1 says Sin City. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know. It's been so long for me. I can't really remember how it went. Warlock says there's nothing left in the MCU to care about. Well, especially now that it's all going female. You know, they've admitted that the MCU was real. They denied it for the longest time. They said, oh, that's just right-wing alt-right trolls on YouTube saying MCU. But now they're leaning into it. They're taking it just like we took SJWs. Now they're saying, yeah, MCU, go. And so you've got, you know, Hawkeye, all the different Marvels, Monica Rambeau, and what's her face? I can't even remember their names anymore. All the different iterations. Riri Williams. They have no idea. If they think that they're, and the crazy thing is, like, they did the impossible with the MCU. They absolutely did the impossible. They got my wife, Mel, to care about Thanos, an Iron Man, you know, Captain America. That is Thor. That's like you achieve the impossible. You know, my mother knows who Thanos is. It's crazy, yeah? And now they want to throw all that away because they think, oh, well, women actually want to watch other women in men's costumes dressed up as female versions of the men. I mean, here we go. We're right back here. They will never learn. They'll never be able to see the other side of the equation, why their numbers aren't adding up as they go down the path of no return, spiraling. Dojo says, although I liked the last 2 episodes, the MCU She-Hulk wrecked my favorite character. Not happy. Why even make a She-Hulk show if you're not going to make fans like Dojo happy about it? Just make Green Chick, the TV show. Call it Green. She's some, you know, like, why even base it? It doesn't make any sense. Never did. Never will. You know what does make sense? I'm going to shill a bit of myself here tonight. I did a video a couple of days ago where I said I will be running my own crowdfund. I've got to figure that out. Still working on that. But you know what I have been doing? Let me show you this. Now, this is still a work in progress. Please be kind. I've got a lightning effect happening that's still just very much a test case. I've got to figure it out. But I think the overall vibe of it is it's coming along pretty well. So this will be the cover here of Waking Dream 2nd edition print. It will be a $20 book. I think it'll be 64 pages because I'm chopping out the additional stuff. That's to keep printing costs down and actually shipping costs down as well. I want to be able to ship this to the States for $10, and I think I can. So it'll be 20 plus 10. So $30 all in all. Now, I know a lot of you have already backed Waking Dream, the first book, so you don't need it. Maybe you want it. It's really just a test for me to see if I can make this work. If I can make the crowdfunding on my own site work. So, yeah, I don't know exactly when it's going to go down, but I mean, I'm hoping I can actually finish this today, this cover, get a test print done up. As soon as I got a test print done and I can actually build this Shopify thing, we're good to go. And yeah, I'll be off to the races. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea how many I'm going to sell. And if you don't want to back it, because it'll also be available on the Painted Death campaign if you want to like save on shipping. No, like don't feel pressured or anything. Like this is really just an experiment. I was going to just put it up on eBay. So let's see how it goes. I don't know. It's cool. Is that Bancroft trademark 2-point perspective though? It's 1-point perspective that I warped. I know a lot of people have been saying it's 5-point perspective. It's fake 5-point perspective. I just warped it. and then I eyeballed whatever I needed to fill in. So it is what it is. But I think that actually fits better because she's supposed to be warping, like when Neo goes like that and the walls warp. Yeah. So look, I'll be sending out emails to everyone who signed up for Paint to Death or backed Waking Dream and all that sort of stuff. So if you do want to, I don't have a sign up for this or anything, but if you do go sign up to Paint to Death. That's where I'm like collecting emails at the moment. Philbo Baggins says he's in. Thank you, Philbo. Yeah, it should be good. We'll see how it goes. I did go with red. Yes, awesome one. Yeah, those lights there, they were green. And it was the only green in the whole cover. And what I really wanted is to have an orange background with the blue foreground and obviously her blue light. So I think all I've got to do at this stage is make that lightning effect how I want it. It's a little bit just haphazard at the moment. But yeah, well, that's cool that you guys like it. Bancroft is a merchant. I'm trying to be. I want to always have something to sell. Because that's how I can afford to make new stuff, like pay Rod or just pay Joe to edit and all that sort of stuff. So is there a hollow foil cover with the water scene? No. This will be a plain, it'll have matte laminate on it, but the whole point of this is I want the second printing to be slightly cheaper than the first printing for people to catch up. Because going forward, obviously, if you want people to catch up, you don't want to have to continuously make them to pay premium prices for previous editions. Hopefully I can collate them, make it more affordable going forward. And as you go into years forward, that just makes so much more sense. Rob's here. He says, look at those red lights. It was an inspired idea, Rob. That happened on our stream. Who's to say who had the exact idea? But it came out of that stream. So yeah. Felix loves the cover. Cool. Thank you so much. Chuck Reardon likes it as well. Cullen says, that's cool. Where's the boat? It's coming, Cullen. Not on this cover, but yeah, it's coming to I know what you're talking about. Milking the nipple cover. Ew. No. And if I zoom in, this is just a preview in InDesign, so you can't really see much. It's like a low res preview. There's no nipples on Ella. No nipple representation in the Lucent. That's just how it goes. Red Light District, says Warlock. Yeah. So yeah, please do sign up for Paint to Death. I'll send you an email from there anyway, whatever. It's cool. You'll go onto my mailing list, which I think is up to 18 or 1900 strong by now, which is very exciting. It's going to be very exciting to see how the whole thing goes when it all kicks off. Rob says it's a team effort, Mo. Mo says Rob couldn't have made the suggestion if I didn't chew to him on the names of colors. Absolutely. So there you go. I never tell anyone to sign it to my own stuff, but I will say, what did we look at today? What campaigns did we look at? Hold on a sec. Let's go back, see if anyone backed anything before I close out here. I don't know if they did. We've got 165 people in the chat. Please do give. We're about to close up. Please do give the stream a like. That would be very much appreciated. If you're new here, please do subscribe. I'm doing these streams 4 nights a week, and I will also get back to doing draw streams next week. Valiant Heroes. Did we get any backers on this? 129. No change. How about she? I don't know if I can claim any of these either. Billy's pretty popular. Oh, one on Billy Tucci's. Hail. And Camel Knights, he was at 234. And he remains at 234. But hey, look, it's out there. People have seen it now. Out in the universe. Eric Winberg gives us the old thumbs up and the fire. All right, that's it from me. I will be leaving you now. I will be going back to coloring. I really need to finish that today. There's no reason why I can't. I'll do the pre-press on it, so all the colors. It's a little bit dark at the moment. Need to lighten some things up. So yeah, that'll all be done. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really enjoying this new prime time format where we go through stuff and we also shill some books. I think it's good value. More people turn up, and that just means more eyeballs on more awesome campaigns. All right, guys, you remain the most amazing, spectacular, incredible, ever phenomenal, sexiest chat in all of CG. I will see you tomorrow for a stream. Until then, hope you have a great night. All right, bye.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty